Hi, it's me and I am. We are matching today. Don't we have cute sweaters? This video was filmed a while ago, like a few weeks ago. This is the vague TBR game video where I pick out my next books to read. Right now I'm going to be talking about the books that I had for December. For the month of December, the first book I've had to read was Stay With Me by Jessica Consolo. This is the second book in the She's With Me series. And honestly, I did quite like it, but I didn't like it as much as I liked Stay With Me. The first book was still a little bit better, but Stay With Me was enjoyable. It was a fun read. Heavier, definitely. There were a few trigger warnings that I did mention in the video when I filmed the vlog for it, so you might want to check that one out. But other than that, I think I rated it 4 stars. I read this book for the Wattpad arc and published within 5 years prompts. Then I moved on to The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. This was my first Erin Morgenstern book, and if you've watched my Cozy Bex Recommends Me video, where it is the first video in the booktube recommend series that I'm doing, I actually ended up DNFing it. Not necessarily because it was bad. Actually, it was written quite well, but it was giving me a little bit of a reading slump. Nothing too bad, but I just realized this book isn't gonna be my cup of tea. I was kind of forcing myself through it. I picked it up 3 times and I was dreading reading it, so that was a flop. I also read The Starless Sea to fill my friend recommended me prompt, so yeah. And then I moved on to horror and a book with white cover prompt, which I chose Apartment 16 by Adam Neville. That is obviously like horror. I think out of all the horror books that I read this year or so far, that is probably one of the best ones, because I was genuinely spooked and there was a mystery to it, a supernatural kind of thrill. I really enjoyed the writing of it. I thought it was incredible. I really enjoyed it. And out of all the books that I read for my vague TBR game, Apartment 16 was my favorite one. Now moving on, let's get straight into January's vague TBR game. What is gonna be my TBR? You'll see. We are picking out my TBR for 2021 January. I am going to be doing the vague TBR game that I came up with. I mean, I didn't come up with it. It's not the most original thing ever. I have this box and little pieces of paper with several prompts. I'm gonna try to pick out as many prompts that fit the least amount of books that I can. We'll see where to go from there. Now, I also want to scratch off a few books from my physical TBR. I also want to work on other videos, but yeah, let's get started. Okay, first one, classics. So here we have classics. Okay, now you can focus on me, thank you. Next one is a continuation in the series, so basically a sequel or like a third book or whatever. Okay, that's cool. Next we are doing, again, friend recommends. Okay, I've got a good idea for that one as well. Just need to figure out which friend to listen to. 4, 5. Okay, assassin book. Okay, yeah, I think I know which one I'm gonna do. Okay, and next one we have book you don't think will be your favorite. Okay. Let's see. Prompts to figure out, put together. Okay, continuation in the series. Let me check. Oh gosh, Arden, if this, gosh, what am I gonna do? Okay, so for paranormal and friend recommends, I'm going to be reading Gone by Michael Grant. This is recommended to me by Olivia's Catastrophe, and I am so excited to be reading this. It's a thick book, but the font is big, so I'm probably gonna fly through it. Moving on, we have a book you don't think will be your favorite, and that is Knowing Me by Dauphine de Vigan, I don't know, but Knowing Me is a book that I included in my unhauling video, but I kept because I wanted to read it before I unhauled it, and I also wanted to include it in a different video as well, so this is a perfect opportunity for me to scratch it off my list, I guess. Then we have Assassin and a continuation in the series, and that will be a book that my sister really will be excited for me to read. It is Empire of Storms. I am 262 pages in. I am 30 chapters in. This is where I left off the last time I read it. I don't know why I stopped. It was 2018 when I read only 10 books. Now it's time for me to finally get in. I do remember the things that happened, which is cool because I'm really excited to just read it and pick up where I left off. And the last book is a book that I have somewhere over there and I have to find, but it is a book that fits in the classics genre, I guess, and that is Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. So these are the 4 books that I will be reading in January. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time when I check in on how I'm doing.